Happy Sunday night. Oh my goodness, it is Sunday night, y'all. Let me see if I am going live. If I am here, because I'm not sure. Sometimes Facebook have jokes, and the streaming services that I use, sometimes they have jokes. But guess what? I think I'm live. Can I see me? I don't know, y'all. Let me see if I see me. I see me. Happy Sunday. Oh my goodness. Whew, I have not been going live, but I am committing to something that I want y'all to hold me accountable for, and that is going live every day. Every day for 31 days through the month of March. Every single day, I'm going to pop in 10, 15 minutes, not going to be long. Some days may be longer, some may be shorter. Never know. But Um, just wanted to pop in tonight. It's 11, almost 11 o'clock. So it's a little late, but hey, some of y'all might be up. You never know. Well, it's Speak It Sunday, and I just got something I got to say. Tonight, I'm not going to whisper, but we are declaring, okay? Let me tell y'all something. I almost didn't go to church today. The enemy tried it. Yeah. He tried his best to get me to stay home today. I was going to stay home and work. Um, Try to make it sound like it was going to be really productive for me to stay home and work. Was the responsible thing to do. That it was urgent. But one thing I have done, I have committed my Sundays to God. Um, if you don't know, I had put a post up probably toward the end of the year saying I was looking for a church home, and if you had any ideas for where I could visit, let me know. Well, was none of the places you all suggested, but it was somewhere that God aligned me with. And it was through someone all the way in the West Coast that introduced me to this person. So that is my new church home, Gifted Church DMV. So, like I said, I have committed to going to church on Sundays. We're currently holding services a few minutes from my house, but we don't hold services until 2 p.m. So it gives me my mornings if I need to get some work done. But I was getting into my stride and I looked up, I was like, it's time to go to church. And I kept hearing whispers, well, just stay home, don't go. You can miss a Sunday. I was like, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to church. So I went to church and I am so super glad that I did go, because that word that was released today, it wasn't just for me. It wasn't just for those that were in the building. It wasn't just for those that were online. It's for somebody that's either going to watch me tonight or come back for the replay. So I have to come and share that word with you tonight. Um, could be coming back for the replay. So I'm not even sure if anybody's on here. Y'all may be getting ready for bed, but I am going to go and say what I got to say, and I'm going to get off. And then it's chat time between me and God tonight. Yeah. Because the word today was real simple, but very impactful. And it was that wash your nets. Okay. In Luke 5, do you know the story of the fishermen when they had went out and fished all night long? They had worked hard, they had toiled, they were experienced, they knew what they were doing, they were professionals at fishing. But guess what? Them nets didn't catch nothing. Not one single thing, not even a goldfish. And even somebody um at church when Prophet was saying her word said not even Nemo was in the net. And that was funny, but it was true. Was nothing in the nets. But did they quit? No. They were still washing and preparing their nets. They were getting things ready for the next cast, which means they might have been discouraged. They might have been, feeling a little defeated at the moment. They didn't have nothing to take home. Nothing productive had happened. They had sweated. They had worked. They were tired, exhausted, and they were empty handed. But they weren't quitting. So hold on to that. And regardless of what was going on, they didn't quit. So here's the thing. They were still preparing for another opportunity. They may have been beat up, but they were still preparing. Then who steps on the scene? Jesus. And he gives them one simple instruction. I mean, he already knew what happened. Um, of course, because he's Jesus. He knows everything. So he told them to launch out into the deep and let down your nets for a catch. Now, in the natural, I'm sure they were all looking at him like he lost his mind. You know, we done did all this. We know how to fish, and we didn't catch nothing. You're a carpenter. How you gonna come and tell us what to do, or how to do it, or when to do it, and why to do it? But Peter understood who had just spoke to him, and he said something that changed everything. He said, "Master." So first of all, he acknowledged who Jesus was first. Yes, I'm a professional, I'm a fisher, but you are the master. And he told him, he said, man, we have toiled all night. We have caught absolutely nothing. In his natural sense, he's like, I don't see the need to do it. Ain't nothing coming. But then he said, nevertheless, at your word, all he needed was a little word or a big word from Jesus. He was like, I'm not gonna go on my feelings. I'm not gonna look at my own frustrations. I'm not gonna look at what I have not produced. But at your word, we're gonna do this. Same lake, same nets, same boat, same professional fisherman, same disappointment, but what a different word. So what happened this time when they cast the nets out? Overflow. It was so much that the nets began to break. They had to call their buddies in with their boats. Come on, because you got to get some of this fish because it's so much here. We've never seen anything like this before. They went from absolutely nothing to more than enough. This is the God who does exceedingly abundantly above all we could ask or think. So they hadn't fathomed this was going to happen. But because there was one difference in the equation, and that was the word of Jesus. Now, I believe Jesus is speaking that same word tonight. Are you a woman who feels like she's been toiling, she's been working? You may have even been in an MLM space before. You know, you may have even been trying to get your body healthy, but you're not seeing a shift. I'm speaking to the woman who's been praying for income but still juggling. You know, to the woman who know that she's called for more, but where is the more? Maybe tonight is your nevertheless. Maybe tonight is your word. Cast again. Not because last season worked, not because it makes sense. It for some of you, you're looking at me like she crazy. I done tried MLMs. I've been burnt. I ain't make no money. And on the flip side, I done tried all these other products. Ain't nothing worked. I'm just gonna be fluffy and unhealthy for the rest of my life. Guess who used to think that? I did. I did. I had been in 6 other MLMs. Nothing happened. Nothing shifted. Made no money. I was so disgusted with myself. Felt like I was paying a membership to be a part of something that was never going to work for me. Every product that was out there, I had tried. I had tried shots. I had tried shakes. I had tried pills, patches, wraps, everything I had tried. Nothing worked. But at his word, when he connected me with Bye Bye Belly, and I moved at his word, my life shifted. My wellness came under control. My confidence returned. And one of the ways my obedience manifested, it manifested into over $80,000 earned. One of the ways we're paid. Not because I'm special, because I'm not. Only reason it happens because I moved when he said move. I built when he said built. I cast when he said cast. And then overflow followed my obedience. So here's what I'm doing in March. I am looking for one woman per day. Just one. One woman who's ready to say, you know what, nevertheless, meaning I'm not even going to think about what happened. I'm not going to think about the past. I'm not even going to think about where I'm at today, my mindset. But at your word, I'm going to cast again. Who's that one woman that's ready to lose weight? One woman who's ready to get paid. One woman who's ready to stop toiling, stop struggling, get off that struggle bus and start walking in overflow. Who's that one woman who's ready to get rid of that fluff? That's my word. It was on one of my posts today. One of the ladies commented that she's fluffy. I use the word fluffy instead of fat. If you ever heard me say it, that's my word. I'm fluffy. I still got some fluffy to go. But over the next 30 days, I'm walking in overflow and I want you to come with me. 30 days, 30 women, 30 decisions to stop playing small. Who am I talking to? If you're feeling that nudge right now, this might be for you. At his word. If you're ready to cast your net again, if you're ready for overflow in your body, overflow in your bank account, message me word. Just say word. Because on Speak It Sunday, we are declaring this. At his word, everything changes. Now, got to drop two disclaimers. No promises, because it's going to depend upon how trusting you are of that word and how much work you're going to put in. Now, of course, we know God is able to do exceedingly abundant above all we could ask or think, but we still have to show up too. So if you are ready to be one of the 30 that is walking into overflow with me and ready to march straight into March, send me that word. All I need is to say, hear you say word. And I know you're ready because everything is going to change. So let's move. This is Coach Roro. I'm ending the stream because it's time for me. It is now about 11:08, I think. But it is time for me to go have chat time with God, to get rejuvenated, and to get ready because this March madness, oh baby, we not playing with it. We definitely not playing because God is not playing about us. So I will see you in my DMs. Let's get you signed up. Let's get you these kits and let's get you to the money. It's time to cast your net. Nevertheless, at his word. Let's go, ladies.